felt the car move when he went by.
Did you?
Yeah, I could see myself riding this cross country. Yeah, absolutely. I say we do the Pan American Trail on a CR500 geared with this gearing. Thing's awesome. Absolute hoot. Easy, easy. Holy shit. He's fucking flying. Oh, Jesus. Coming to join you, Elizabeth. It's the big one.
that thing is fast, man. Wow.
Wow. He almost dragged the peg on that one. Oh, shit. Smooth, smooth, smooth.
Yeah, we're going as smooth.
No, you're not.
We can be.
Corner. Holy shit. Got a little sideways there. Easy, easy, easy.
I got it.
What the fuck? Holy shit.
Just keeping up with Mountain Bill.
Holy shit, easy.
Hairpin right here.
Work, work, work.
Just open it up. Straights. That thing is so fast. It's, look at him.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
It's awesome. What a handler. Holy shit.
Is it good?
Handles great.
This steel frame's nice and rigid, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Can I keep it?
What a kick-ass machine, man.
I totally agree.
Just a few simple changes, the gearing, the tires, and mainly the front brake. What a huge difference. And of course the lighting, but it's a lot more fun to ride on the street than the enduro conversion we did, for sure. What do you think, Billy?
I think I need to let my inseam of my road race suit out a little bit.
It's designed to keep your legs in one spot when you crash, right?
That's right, man. Oh my God, what a motorcycle.
What a machine. What'd you say, Billy?
You could call this motorcycle an unfair advantage in the fun department. Unbelievable. I mean, you turn your hand back and the front wheels paw in the air if you want. It rides, it minds its manners when you're going easy, which we had to do quite a bit coming back. But all in all, it's a great motorcycle. I mean, it handles beautifully. Unbelievable.
The perfect cure for winter depression, right? No leaves on the trees. You're still warm inside riding this thing. What a cool machine. I had a blast riding this thing today. What's happening, fellas? This is one special bike. This is a Super-Moto bike that Honda should have built. What a fantastic piece. I actually rode this probably 30 miles yesterday. Went down Reservoir Road, rode it all around town. We actually took it out on the highway. What an absolutely kick-ass combination. Starting off with a pristine low-hour CR500. This thing was stripped down to the frame and completely done from the frame up. Guys, the frame cradle on this one, there's not a single ding, not a single dimple. It's absolutely perfect. The rust weep hole that it has over here has no indication of any issue. I mean, it's just absolutely pristine, like it just came out of the crate. So starting with a pristine frame, the entire bike has been systematically restored from the bottom of the tires to the top of the handlebar. Everything's brand new on it. The frame was powder coated. The front wheel, this is a set of Warp 9 Super-Moto wheels. The front wheel is a 3.5 by 17. The rear is a 4 1/4, almost twice the width of the normal Honda wheels. What an absolute joy to ride. The biggest differences on this bike, we had a enduro conversion CR500R CRE that had the knobby tires, and on the street, well, frankly, it kind of was out of place. This thing is an absolute joy to ride on the street. The front brake is massive. The brake is, you can do stoppies on this thing for days. You almost don't even need the rear brake. The front brake is so good, and it's light. It's a 220-pound bike with massive front brake. The rear rim is a 4.5-inch, double the normal width of the factory dirt bike wheel. Aluminum hubs, front and rear. The gearing on it, they went up 1 tooth on the front to a 14 tooth. That's correct, right, Kyle? 14 tooth?
Yep, 14 tooth.
14 tooth on the front, which is like adding, or it's like dropping 3 teeth on the rear, and it's got a 38 tooth rear sprocket. So this thing is geared to do 120 miles an hour. You can cruise down the highway at 55, 60 miles an hour in 4th gear and bang 5th at 65, 70. And it'll cruise all day long at 75, 80 miles an hour, and it's got tons of torque. So just a kick-ass combination for riding on the street. Now, you're not going to be doing 3rd gear hole shots with this, because 1st gear is now the equivalent of what second, somewhere between 2nd and 3rd. It's geared pretty high. The frame is beautiful. The wheels are beautiful. The front forks are in mint condition. All the plastics on the bike, the Super-Moto front fender. We put this is a CRF250 2020 front headlight, right? Is that correct?
Actually, 2018.
2018 CRF250 front. Yeah,
Correct.
Kyle orders all the parts. I want to confirm that, but this is a Honda front headlight mounted on here and wired in. The radiator shrouds are new. The gas tank is brand new. Usually they get discolored down here from years of gasoline in the plastic. So brand new gas tank, brand new side panels, brand new rear fender, and the graphics package is by my beautiful girlfriend Christy. This is a custom one-off Steiger graphics package. Matter of fact, this is number 30 one-off of kits that she's done here, and it's beautiful. All the aluminum on the bike has been polished. The works connection frame connectors are polished. The pipe has been polished. The bar mounts are polished. The Kickstarter has been polished. The swing arm, quite a bit of time has been invested in polishing all the aluminum, including the rear brake levers polished. Basically, all when it was dismantled, all the aluminum parts that could be polished, taken off and polished, are polished to a chrome-like finish, which is beautiful. One of the other indicators of this being a mint original is the stock factory foot pegs are intact. They're not bent, they're not broken, they're not cracked. Usually after a season of doing big jumps and racing off-road, the frames are smashed in on these and the pegs are destroyed. This was the perfect core bike to do a full restoration on, because the frame was mint. The original radiators, if you take a look at the original factory radiators, are perfectly straight. They're not bent, they're not broken, they're not cracked or damaged, as are the radiator protectors, indicating the very low hour use. The original factory triple clamps are mint. The bars have been upgraded. This is a really cool set of bars. You got to zoom in on these to take a close look at them. The bars were kind of like let's say that's a tail that wagged the dog on the graphics a little bit, because Christy saw the bars and she's like, you know what? I really dig these colors on here. Let's take these custom handlebar graphics and kind of go from there. The black, red, and white, the core Honda colors. You can see it has an oversized road racing master cylinder. It has a fully adjustable clutch and brake lever and mounts and perches and adjuster and the clutch lever, throttle cable, the throttle housing, the throttle tube. The grips are brand new, and the bar and mirror works surprisingly well on the road. I really like the bar and mirror. You can see who's behind you, so you're not like turning your head around to see if you're going to get run over at a stoplight or anything. Lots of new hardware on the bike everywhere you look. All the hardware holding all the seat and the side panels, all the hardware is new or polished. The everything basically on the front end is perfect. Everything on the rear end is perfect. The swing arm has no gouges or scratches. The aluminum protector for the calipers in mint condition. It has this really cool custom mounted license plate down here, nice and low. Really like the way that turned out. And it's got a really cool looking LED, super bright LED stoplight underneath the rear fender right here. Full FMF polished exhaust system with a polished, if you zoom in here, see it's the FMF Power Core 2, brand new silencer polished. It's got the Gold Series fatty pipe, or excuse me, the Gold Series gnarly pipe with the polished finish on it. The shocks in mint condition, all the linkage, everything's in beautiful shape on here. Brand new chain and sprockets on here. It's got a gold chain. Come around this side here, you can see there's some really nice componentry over here. You got the Works connection, frame cover. You got the Fastway Pro-Moto billet kickstand, which is really nice because when you tuck it up out of the way, it's out of the way. It's really nice.
Oh,
I
wow.
like it.
Even tucks behind the shroud.
Yep, it almost looks like it's not there. The factory original mint chain guide has been polished. The frame swing arm protectors are new. The rollers are new. It's got a new red roller down here. The factory original OEM shifter has been polished. It's got the factory racing Boyson ignition cover. The engine's been rebuilt. Everything's new in the motor. 5 hours ride time on it, and it does have a decompression lever. If you're at the beach with your girl and you're wearing sandals or you want to start this thing, push that button in, and you can actually start this thing with sneakers or sandals. It makes it much easier to kick over. I personally don't use the decompression release, even with sneakers. I like starting it. I can get it past top dead center, but if that's what you like, it's there. So the engine's been rebuilt. The carburetor has been rebuilt and jetted for the pipe. It has a brand new twin air filter in there, new gear oil. All the fluids in the bike are new, and it's running VP 110 mixed 32-1. Just a kick-ass ride. I mean, I've never ridden a Super-Moto 500. I had no idea it was this much fun. Riding the Enduro conversion that we had on the highway, which had stock gearing with a stock countershaft with a 40, I think it was a 48 tooth on the rear. You really ran out of gearing on the highway, and at 65, the thing felt out of its element. With this gearing, it's just getting into its element at 65. And we were passing traffic at 75 miles an hour, passing traffic like it's standing still. So
Yeah, but you can't get away with gearing like this on a 125. It's like if you have an NA car with not a lot of power, you're going to want the 410s or, a shorter gear ratio. But if you got the big block with the big turbo, you're going to want the 291. You're gonna want some longer gearing. And guys, this thing, I mean, pops at wheelies all the way through third, probably faster than you could.
Well, I was riding first through fifth gear wheelies on this thing like nothing. Braided stainless front brake lines. Guys, if you're looking for a forever bike, if you're in the market for a CR500, you want a forever bike, all you need is a set of off-road wheels with a bigger, like a 49 or 52 rear sprocket. You can set, and the only thing you would change to motocross this bike is the front wheel and the rear wheel. Just a rear wheel, just the gearing and wheels. And you guys,
We have a street legal title for this bike, so you could tag it, register it in your state. If you have to go through inspection, check your state. If they require turn signals, you have to wire those up. Connecticut doesn't require turn signals, and I'm sure you could register in most of the states in the out west. Go riding in the public.
It's got a custom wiring harness with the bright LED headlight and taillight with a high and low beam switch up here, and it also has a battery mounted inside the air box, which it does not have a charging circuit on the bike. You have to charge it when you're at home. You leave it plugged in, and then you've got maybe an hour or two of headlights. So it was designed to keep the thing light and easy to work on, in the stock ignition and factory charging system. So you could easily put a lighting coil on it if you wanted to, but it has a rechargeable battery, and that's how the lights are run at this point. So that's about it, folks. If you have any questions, the bike speaks for itself. The fit and finish and condition on it is second to none. The original factory radiators are mint, which is super rare, as is the frame, and all the rest of any of the original cycle parts on this are mint shape, indicating the low hour usage. And with a fresh build on the motor, less than 5 hours on the motor, and it's an absolute hoot to ride. Any closing statements you want to add, any?
Yeah, so when this thing, first came in, we were all just, drooling over the fact of how clean the frame was, how pristine the motor, the radiator, everything looked. And, we decided to take the opportunity with the Super-Moto wheels to just really go over the top with this bike. We saw a lot of your answers about the original headlight that was on it, so we put this really nice, clean.
Nobody liked that headlight.
Yeah, this one's a lot sleeker design, and
factory.
and it's an OEM Honda headlight, and it's got high and low beams, so it's perfect. You can go at night, you'll be able to see fine. And the real jewel on this thing too is just how how well polished everything is. I mean, it really takes someone with a knack at polishing to make it look the way this does, and I think we just did a great job on it.
Yeah, I haven't seen any other Super-Moto 500s come up for sale. Anything in this category this nice. So it's a rare opportunity, guys. It's one of one. It's 10 days till Christmas, so if you want to buy yourself the gift that'll keep you smiling for years to come, this could definitely be a forever bike.